Hey team, let's do a quick recording on how to present the business. This is July 2025, using our current tools, current website, current information that we have. And so let me just give a quick training on it. If you're doing a one-on-one, you're doing a little small group presentation. This is what we do on our Tuesday nights. And it's kind of how I present the business. And you may want to do the same thing. So let me share my screen and inform. First of all, I have the website, our 7K website up, uh, and we have it on the screen, either on your computer screen or TV screen, monitor screen. And, it says own your own gold and silver on any budget, seriously. And you have that up there while you're maybe doing the silver 1 ounce coin and the paper dollar kind of introduction, just a brief, quick introduction of why they should be interested in gold and silver. And this is up on the screen. Okay. And even if you're doing a computer, it's there. It helps with the message. Okay. And because our brain absorbs all kind of things at one time. And so that's why I do that. That's why it's up on the screen. Or people walking into a meeting. That's what's up on the screen. Okay. When we're talking, hello, yes, meeting each other, that's what's up on the screen. It talks. It talks to the subconscious and conscious mind of the guest and the members there. Okay. Say the next thing we do is we want to use a tool. Now we got the present video and we've got the peak video. I I've used them both. I like using the peak video, 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So what am I talking about? Well, what do is you log in. It's kind of how we do it at our presentation. It's how I get set up on my computer before my guest arrives. I've already got this lined up. Okay. So I'll log in. I just go to our links, in our share links. Okay, get our share links, pull that up, and I'm going to go to I'm going to use two videos here. I may not use the second one, but it's the peak video. So I'm going to copy the link. Okay, copy it to then I'm going to open up another tab. I'm going to paste that into the address bar of the browser. So it's going to go direct to that video. Okay. Now, in your peak videos, okay, you got 4 videos. I'm not going to want them to watch the chocolate money video. What is fiat currency? I mean, you can do that, but I don't do that. Okay. We go strictly to the fourth one, gold and silver made simple. This used to be our old present video that was about 9 minutes and something, but now it's shortened and it says what we need to say. And look at the words that it says. The perfect storm is taking place now. Okay. So, we asked everybody, can you press play? Which I started 8.5 years ago. Okay. Because it's easier to play a tool that's more replicated, more duplicated than giving a slide presentation because most people can't do that. And most people won't do it. Okay. And so that's why I record my slide presentations if you want to play another video that's on the band app and on the YouTube. Okay. Uh, the band app for the teams that are in my group and their team that they're in. And YouTube is for everybody else that's not in my team that won't use how I train and what I do in the business. Uh, so, uh, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm going to open up another tab because I'm going to go back to share links. I'm going to get one more video, and that's the compensation plan video. Now, where do I get that? I go back to links, okay, and then I'm going to go to the present video, okay, and I could use anybody's, it doesn't matter because I'm not sending it, okay. I'm going to copy it. I'm going to go to that new tab. I'm going to paste that link in here. And then I'm just going to go to that link. And there it is. Okay. And so this is if we were presenting the video and using the present video, that first video, which is a little more than 9 minutes. Okay. But I found it's too much, too quick, too fast. That's why we use the other video. I'm using the other video and it's very effective. Okay. But what I want to use here is if people are interested in making income, there's two things I want to show in this video. The vault tour video, which I can show, because if I got this link up, I can play any of these. But the one I'm really interested in having here first is this one, is the compensation plan video, which is again only 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes, a little less. Okay. I let the video do the talking. Okay. Keep it simple. Now, if I want to play, and most of the time we do, because we're talking about Sound Money Wallet, we're talking about the Max Vault, we want to show them and let the company, we just click on that one, and now we got the minute and about 28 minutes, some 6 minutes, 2 minutes and 15 seconds. Little short video showing them where their gold and silver is stored that's in their gold and silver bank account, basically, or analogous to a crypto account, but it's real gold and silver stored right there. Okay. So I'm going to keep those things there because they're already queued up, ready to just press play when I need them. Okay. So after playing this 6 minute video, well, it's 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Okay. Then we said we're going to explain a little bit more why it's important for you to have your own Sound Money account. Okay. And then that's when I take them through the slide presentation. That I'll show you where it's at on your band app. Okay. And that's the one that I put a link to. You have this PDF, how to build a wealth strategy, because that's what the video talked about. And we're going to go through, our disclaimers. We're not financial advisors. We're members. We're just sharing our experience with others. If they want, they can consult their own CPAs and their own financial advisors. And, most of the times they tell them, don't buy precious metals. But I think they'll see that they really need to own precious metals. And this is a mechanism that they can. We all are incurring inflation. But how many of you did your salary increase in that 20-year period by the lowest of any of these increases? How many of your salaries? Well, then you're getting behind her. And why are you getting behind her? Just like in the video says, as the government increases their deficit spending, increases their debt ceiling, every year they have to print up money to pay the bills. It just dilutes what we've been working hard for. But every time they print up money, gold and silver goes up. That's pretty cool. Now, gold and silver spending is a big secret, just like they told us on the video. And it's called Sound Money, and everybody needs it. And here's the main reasons why. Here's a 60-year period working through your career. They could have saved a 1 ounce silver coin every week. They'd have had 3,120 of them if they'd have done that in that 60-year working career. Well, those same 2,500 ounces or $2,500 in 1965, bought that Ford Mustang, those same 2,500 ounces buy 2 brand new Ford Mustangs in 2024 because the numbers are in. See, but gold's a better story. It's just a 20 less than 25-year period. And look what the same 626 ounces bought in 2000 versus what those same 626 ounces. So you should be saving a little bit of gold every month. And how do you do that? Well, you do that with sound money, with our account. That's why you get a sound money account. And, you know, if you'd had $1,000 in your checking account, this is what it's worth today. Or savings account, you're not going to earn any interest. But because of inflation and dilution, but we just take into account just inflation, the government's numbers. That's all the buying power it has. But if you'd have bought gold with that in January 25 in the sound money account at the price that we sell it for, you'd have bought 0.65 ounces. Yeah, but you can own 0.65 ounces here. Yeah, that's the whole point. Before you couldn't do that, but now with our company, you can. We're the company that brought this to the marketplace. Okay, so those same 0.65 ounces are worth $2,275 in buying power. If you'd have bought silver, you'd still have the same ounces of silver, and that'd been its buying power in April 2020. What would you rather have? Well, you don't own gold and silver. That's why we're talking to you. You need to. But we can do a period of, what if you save $100 a month? Well, that's what you end up with cash, but we all know it's not worth that much. It won't buy that much. So no sense in you can calculate if you want what its buying power is. But the main point, if you were buying $100 worth of gold in a sound money wallet account like we have, like we've been doing, you would have experienced this same effect. But you didn't have one, but you need one now. And that's why we're talking to you. What would you rather have? Okay. And you know, look at a 3-year example of, have a lump sum of $10,000, maybe, because that is financial protection. It's financial insurance. Everyone needs financial protection, financial insurance. So gold and silver bullion, like in the video, like what we've said, that is the products that explain our defense against inflation. It's our strategy against inflation. It's the best strategy there is. And it's also the best strategy in case of catastrophic financial situations. It's always proven historically that's true. But yeah, you hear it advertised on TV. They tell you all the right stuff, but they never give you the opportunity like we're giving you, and that you learn and you're not pressured. You make all decisions yourself, but you got a community that you get to learn with and work with and do it. And, our company is the company that made it simple. It's kind of like the Costco of gold and silver. You've heard of Costco, you've heard of Amazon, you've heard of Netflix, you've heard of Sam's Warehouse. They're a membership company. You get a membership, you get privileges. But it's the same here. You get a membership with us, you're going to get privileges, especially when it comes to gold and silver. That's all. So up until now, it's been complicated, but 7K made it easy. And we're not some just startup company with an idea. In November, we'll be 9 years old, and we're one of the largest gold and silver companies in America. And you just need a membership with us, and we made it easy. We made over 5 years ago, we made fractional buying of gold and silver a reality. So you could buy gold and silver as little as $1 a time. Okay. And you just need to open up an account. Okay. And you get a sound money account, kind of like a crypto account, kind of like your online bank account. That's what it is. You log into it. You get to see the ounces that you have. You get to see how much you paid for them. You get to see how much they're worth now if you sold them back to the company. What I just said is very important. So you don't have to keep it at your house. You don't have to insure it. It is safe, sound, secure, and you have instant liquidation. You can sell it back to the company at one of the highest, if not the highest prices in the marketplace. And you don't have to worry about trying to sell it. That's been a problem for decades and decades in this industry, and people took advantage. Those people in the gold and silver marketplace took advantage of people who were buying and holding in their hands their gold and silver. Now you want to hold it a little. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with holding a little, okay, for that catastrophic event, okay, just in case. Well, that's really what you're getting is you're setting up a sound money wallet account, okay, with your membership, okay. Now, you can have it shipped to you. You'll have to pay the shipping and insurance, just like in any other company. But the real key here, quick and simple, easy liquidation at the best, if not the best, at some of the best, if not the best buyback prices in the entire industry. And I know I've been in gold and silver for over 30 years, and that's a fact. So how do you get started with it? It's simple. You get a basic membership, it's just $149, or you get the legacy lifetime membership, $599. Now, there's a difference between the two, of course. This is the one we recommend. Okay, and here's the basic. Now, there's going to be a lot more members. You're going to get a 7K membership, but the reason you get a 7K membership is you're going to get a deal. Okay, because you can go get a Sound Money Wallet membership, $199 every year. Every year you pay and renew it just like it's Sam's. Okay, but you get a 7K membership and you're going to get a lot of lanyard up, a lot of extra. We're not going to talk about those extra. Don't want to confuse the issue right now. Everybody needs a 7K Sound Money account, and you get it through 7K. Okay, and with the basic membership, it's very limited. This is meant for the young people just starting out in life, starting their account so they can start saving a little bit every week, every month, even if they're working a minimum wage job. Now, they're going to get $20 of gold put in their account. So it's not like Costco where you just get a card and you get to go to store, or Sam, you get to go to store, and then you have to renew that membership every year. No, but you get to buy up to $1,000 of some of the best priced gold and silver that you can buy incrementally in the marketplace, fee free. You don't pay any storage fees. You don't pay any insurance costs for that basic. Now, there's a lot of other memberships things that come with it. I'm not even getting into that. And we don't need to. You can learn all about that's landing up. That's extra. You get to participate in it if you want. You don't have to. Okay. But everybody needs a Sound Money Wallet account through 7K. Okay. You got a legacy membership, you're going to get $40 of gold put in your account. But here's the key: you get to save up to $50,000. You get to accumulate up to $50,000. You can do it all in one swoop if you want to, but you can do it over time. You can ease your way into that. You can get comfortable. You can know you're not taken. You can get comfortable. You can save a little bit of time. You can increment. You can put it in your budget. No storage fees, and no. After that, either the 1,000 or 50, then you have to pay storage and insurance costs. Oh, and by the way, it's insured by Lloyd's of London. Everybody knows Lloyd's of London. So it's better insurance than what you got cash in that bank account. Okay. So, if you physically own the gold and silver like I have done for many, many years before, and many others, because that was the only alternative available to it before, we could buy incrementally and store in private vaults, not depositories. I've used deposit. I still have money in depositories, okay, because I had contracts with them, and it's still there. I'm talking about Sound Money, gold and silver, okay. Now that's been available, but mostly only for the wealthy people, not for just everyone. This company made it available for everyone. But if you own physical gold and silver, here's your problem. What happens when you need to turn it to cash? You got to find somebody to buy it from you. Well, you got to go to the pawn shop or the local coin dealer. Well, you can expect no higher than spot. You better know what you're doing and be a very good negotiator. Really, you're going to get on average, about 85% of spot. Well, you're paying above spot to get it because that's what happens in gold and silver, just like stocks and bonds. You have a bid price and you have a sell. It works the same way. Gold and silver goes up a little bit, but the whole thing is always goes up. It never goes bankrupt. That's why it's financial insurance. Okay. Uh, or you can get with one of the three largest online brokers, but you got to have a minimum amount. Otherwise, they don't even want to talk to you if you're not selling to them a minimum amount of gold and silver. So what if what if you only want to sell $1,000 worth? Well, you can forget dealing with these guys. You don't have enough. Okay. But you got to pay the shipping, insurance, you got to send it to them. And then it's a 3 to 6 week process. And whatever they give you as an offer, either you accept or you're going to have to give up your deposit. Oh, yeah, you have to send a deposit check along with your gold and silver. It's called a deal check. And they keep that deal check if you don't accept their offer. So you're kind of like, you know, at their mercy in this deal. But see, with Sound Money, Max Vault, you get to buy at these affordable incremental quantities that I talked about. Most affordable in the marketplace for incremental quantities. You get to have your own buying strategy. You get to buy when you want, how you want. You need to do it on autosave and like a payroll deduction. It's safe, it's secure, and it's fully insured. And it's as a private vault, it has to be audited every week. They got to have all what our accounts add up partially together. They got to have full ounce bars or coins in that vault, or they can't do business anymore until that is there, because they're nothing more than a vaulter. Okay. Different than a depository. No government reporting on what you own. Private vaulting regulations versus depository. They can't use your money to expand their business as collateral like a depository can. And your holdings, you get to see 24/7, just like in your bank account, just like in your crypto account. That's just magic dust anyway. Everybody needs gold and silver. Okay. It's your financial insurance. It's the ultimate diversification. What we just went over, you know that's true. So it's just, let's get started. Let's get your account. Let's, you have instant liquidation at the best, if not the best, buyback prices. No hassle, no negotiation, no stress. You get trained in gold and silver bullion in lay language through a video series that's in your account. And you also get trained on numismatic coins, collectible coins, and what that means, because that's a great way for diversification. But we don't want to confuse the issue. You learn all that stuff. Now there's so much more. You have health insurance, life insurance, travel plans, IRAs. We have whole ball of wax, but we don't want to confuse the issue. You get to learn what's available for you. You don't have to participate in any of it, but you do want your Sound Money wallet. Basic is good, but legacy is much better. Make a commitment. Get yourself on track to building up your fee-free, insurance cost free, $50,000 in affordable gold and silver, precious metals, held, safe, secure in that Idaho vault where there are no taxes on gold and silver. Beautiful, no taxes. And so, we want to welcome you to 7K and your road to financial security. Let's grab a membership. Which one do you want? Let's get started. Okay. And so once we go through this, then we ask, do you want to make money? How many of you would like to make money? How many of you would like to make some extra cash? See, we hadn't even talked about compensation. We hadn't talked about making money. We just talked about setting up an account. So everybody that wants to make money, stay here. We send everybody else into another room or another place. Or if you're doing one-on-one, you just go ahead right then, sign them up for their account. If they're not interested in making money, don't push it on them. Leave it there, get their membership, enroll them, get their account. And then when you get to seeing that 7K Pro, just say, don't worry about it. That's one of those other options. As soon as we get your account set up, we're going to undo that. And you're not going to pay anything extra every month except what you want to buy in your gold and silver account. You get to learn about that later, and I'll help teach you. Okay? If you want to participate. Then with the people who want to make money, then you say, well, how would you like to make an extra $500 every quarter or every month and learn how to accelerate it to build up to an extra $500 a week? If it took you an extra 10 years to do that, that would be all lanyard. That'd be all great, wouldn't it? I mean, it takes you 60 years of working to get to a $500 weekly check, Social Security. So, and we could do this while accumulating wealth in our sound money wallet because, see, this company doesn't advertise on TV. They do 100% referral compensation to you and I to help build the membership. Like we're explaining to you, you know different people than we know. You would be the one making an introduction to someone else. Once you're a satisfied customer, you know how all this works, or you're ready to get started even right away making extra money. We can do both simultaneously. Many of us have done it. Many of us have waited until we were satisfied with everything, then we get started. But that's all up to you. But then this is how the compensation plan works. Let me just show you. And by the way, we're not a multi-level marketing company. We are a member direct marketing company. We're a referral marketing company. And Costco and Sam's, they keep all those renewals every year. This company became debt free and now they have lifetime membership. We in the past 8.5 years, we had to renew our membership every year. But now they want everybody to have a membership, want everybody to be able to afford gold and silver. And so now they provide it for you and me to have a membership, to afford gold and silver, accumulate wealth, build financial security for ourselves and our family, and then teach our family how they can do the same. Okay, so here's how we make money. Can you press play? Because I'm going to press play again. Okay, and so then what do? We go back in, we go back to our video. We already got it preset right here. And we said, well, just in case, I always allow before we send them in the other room to play that vault video for about 2 minutes before we send people to get there. So I let them see the vault. Okay. And I forgot to do that earlier before we put them into the other room with other people signing them up, helping them, the person enrolling them. But then we go to the third video in here, the Accelerating Your Wealth video. Okay, we already got it strategy keyed up. First of all, congratulations. Started playing on me. And so we always hit that little caret sign there to get that up out of way of the video. And then I always use the full screen, okay, where we play the full screen like this. And then you hit the escape to get out of it, okay? So this is only, 6 minutes and something, I think, 6.5 minutes, 6 minutes, 20 seconds or something like that. Yeah, 6.5 minutes. Okay, play the video, and then we give a couple of testimonies of people in the room, let them share their either wealth building testimony or their wealth building and income testimony here. And then at the end, you want to make sure when you're doing that, and like I'm doing here, we want to make sure we do what? We want to make sure that we have our income disclosure up on the screen, and just like I am, and just let them know people are in our company are making this kind of money. They're actually making this kind of money. And so that little referral compensation is a proven compensation. In fact, the first 8 years was much harder than the simple comp plan left and right like you just saw here today. It's so much more simple. The comp plan, one page just describes it all, a couple of little charts, and that's it. And you just match the chart to what you're in your back office. And you learn how to do this just like everything else in life, just like Bob teaches in his 7 pieces of paper success system. Whatever you're doing in life, it takes time to learn. Here we get to learn it as we're accumulating wealth and building wealth. And we get instant gold pay for sharing. Even if you don't want to participate in the big referral cash plan, you can still earn instant gold pay. $80 for someone that gets a $5.99, just like they showed us. And you can get hundreds over your lifetime to join. And that's gold deposited into your account. That's a pretty good deal. Well, everyone that's wanting to earn an income, let's let's get you kickstarted right and get your share links done and get hooked up in a plan to get started right now. And let's go through the 7 steps of success, 7 pieces of paper. Let's show you how to onboard properly. And let's get you in our team band app if you're on our team. Thank you. Okay. So that's how we do a presentation. We got everybody to on the same board. I will go right here, show you one last thing, where to find it. It's on your, where you find your band app. Let's go your band app. Whichever team you're on, you of course click on them. I'm gonna use Go for Goal, okay? But you go to your team you're on, okay? And what you want to do is just kind of scroll down a little bit, and you will see another presentation. I got a little longer, but you can use this as a presentation if you want. It's Build a Wealth Strategy with 7K and Some Money, 614. You click on that post, it opens it up, then you could use this as your presentation. It's about 28 minutes, if I remember correctly. Okay. But here, very important, this is the PDF file that you can download to be on your computer, and you can put it on your phone. You can put it on. And if you don't know how to do that, you just need to ask some of the younger people. Okay. I mean, if I don't know how to do something on the phone, I ask somebody that's more experienced, but or might know how to do it. I just keep asking to find somebody who knows how to do it. Okay. And so this is that presentation, that slideshow that I just went through. There it is right there. You'll have a PDF. You can put it on your computer, your tablet, your laptop, your notebook, your cell phone. Yeah, you can do that with Google Drive and documents, all kind of ways. There that it is. So go ahead and get it and help people that need it. Reach out to, don't everybody reach out to me and ask me to send this stuff. Okay, please. Reach out to people in your organization and I'm your last, unless I personally sponsored you. If I personally sponsored you, that's my responsibility. Okay. Yeah, it is my responsibility. And but I've already done that with people I personally sponsored. I made sure they knew how to do this stuff. Okay. But if you and your sponsor and your people don't know how to do it, yeah, y'all all come to me because we got to do a little correction. People need to know how to do all this stuff. This is the heart of duplication, keeping it simple, keeping information available to everyone. Okay, let me stop this recording now so it won't be that long. And I hope it's very beneficial. I will post it up